Three drunk Aussies. We are going to do a kind of a let's play lore talk of Oblivion. Now I'm going to start a new game for this, and we're going to just work our way through. Going to do a heavy roleplay lore talk with this character, and just kind of work our way through. I'm not going to do every single quest line, but
I was born
kind of what seems appropriate, and sort of as we get through,
for 65
you know, a
years,
bit later on down the track with a few other videos, get you guys to chip in a bit. Am I going to do Thieves Guild? I'm going to do Dark Brotherhood, Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, whatever. So I am going to do all the major quest lines, main quest line. I'm going to do the Shivering Isles to finish off, and going to do Knights of the Nine as well. So I'm going to talk a bit about the lore as we're going through. Now, I wanted to do a Skyrim Let's Play as well. I am going to do that, but I'm currently having a few issues with my mods. There's some things clashing. I've got to have a look at it. So
this is the 27th of last
I'm going to Let's Play Oblivion. Try chuck up something every single day and see how we go.
These are the closing days of the third era.
Yeah, well, so we'll go from here. But
and the final hours of my life.
From the very beginning, you know, this game, like, I love the opening sequence to this. It's just amazing what they've done. And I remember the first time playing this. This was the very first Elder Scrolls game I ever played, and then I've since then kind of Atticus just texted me coming through loud and clear. That's good to know. Thanks, mate. So, sorry, just checking the social medias and stuff. Yeah, so out of all of the Elder Scrolls games, this is my favourite. I really, really love the main quest line to this. I think they did really, really well. You know, there's not an Elder Scrolls game that I dislike. There's just some that I like more than others. All right, so we'll get started. Yeah, I'm gonna go an Imperial. Started off on that, and that's what I wanted. So, start off with the face. Good place to start. Start with the face. All right. So, don't want to look like a pug dog. So we'll go that for now. Go back and edit this. I don't want to spend too much time, I guess, in the character creation, because we're not going to spend too much time really. Don't want him to be anorexic. We don't want him to look like he lives on Macca's. We'll go there, that's fine. Bit of a thinner face. Go pencil head. I don't think so. That'll be fine. Brow. Low. Down. Yeah, that should do. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just want to get straight into the gameplay. No matter what you do with this, you know, they all look like potatoes, so it doesn't matter. Well, I don't think I've really seen anyone do a character on this that has actually looked like a human. They always look like weird alien potatoes. And I will run you through the backstory of this guy, because like I said in the introduction, I am going to be doing this heavily role-played. Instead at the nose. I think that's what really kind of makes and breaks your character, and this is their nose. You know, and it's so hard to freaking edit it on it, like to actually get a good looking nose. So so sort of as we go through, once we get out of the opening dungeon, I will tell you a bit about this character's backstory, where he's from and everything like that. And I just realised I fucked up, because I wanted him to be a Breton instead. That's right, because it works in with his backstory. So he's going to be a Breton. Ooh, I'm gonna have to change that. For a start, I want him to be young. I'm gonna have to go back and do that all again. It's kind of right. I just want to change his brow, but is that as much as it's gonna let me do it? This guy doesn't look like he's gotten much sun. I have to change that as well. Nose. Yeah, don't want him to have a big nose. Ooh, maybe put a bit more point on it. Alright, let's see. He's a bit shallower, slight bit longer. I think it's about as good as he's going to look. Alright, skin tone. Want him to be a bit darker. With his backstory and stuff, he has gotten a bit of sun in his life, so we'll keep it like that. Give him a bit of facial hair. That's one thing I didn't really, with the character creation, one thing about this game that I didn't like was that you couldn't really do too much in the way of beards and stuff. You could have like a slight goatee, but that's about it. No matter what I'm going to do, this guy looks like a potato, so I'm not going to waste too much time here. Yeah, that'll do. Hair, right, okay. Give him some blue eyes, and we'll go blue-black hair. Make his hair pretty long. Yeah, he'll have the wind braids, that's fine. Ooh, that just... Nah, fuck it. Gotta live with it. I'm not going back and editing it. Alright, there's my kind of ugly potato character. So we will what better do we name as well. Alright, so he is done. We are going to get started. Are you sure you want to be a Breton for this playthrough? Yes. Alright. Okay, so we're in the cell. Just quickly check the stuff, gameplay. I'll just leave difficulty normal for this. And I'll chuck on a bit of music volume in the background. I don't usually play with music in this sort of thing, but because I like actually hearing sort of the ambience of the game, but I'll put on a bit of music in the background for everybody. That looks okay. Alright, now I'll go talk to douchebag.
Pale skin, snotty expression. You're a Breton. The masters of Magica, right? Nothing but a bunch of stuck-up snobs with cheap parlor tricks.
Yeah, well,
Go ahead,
come here and say it.
try your Magica in here. Let's see you make those bars disappear. No? What's the matter? Not so powerful now, are you, Breton? You're not leaving this prison till they throw your body in the lake. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here, Breton. You're going to die. Hey, you hear that? The guards
So got to do Dark Brotherhood quest line. Come back and see you, mate.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir.
That's one thing I'll definitely be doing in this. I've got to do the Dark Brotherhood quest line.
Know that side.
As far as all the games go, I feel this game just absolutely aced the Dark Brotherhood. They did it so well.
My job right now is to get you to safety.
Skyrim was great
What's
too.
this prisoner
Skyrim
doing here?
great, you know.
This cell is supposed
Very
to be off
emotional
limits.
in parts for me
Usual
anyway,
mix
because I
up
love
with
the
the
Dark
watch.
Brotherhood, but this, just the story
Never
was
mind.
just
Get that gate
so
open.
good.
Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside.
You guys have got
Over by the
weapons.
window.
I don't.
Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
No sign of pursuit.
Stay put,
Good.
prisoner.
Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength. Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell. Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter.
My character knows why he's in
That
jail. He
is
knows.
not what
It's a
you
dumb
will be
question.
remembered for.
I'll explain to you why he's in jail. Who
I
are
am
you?
your emperor.
Another dumb question.
Uriel
Everybody
Septim.
should know who the fucking
By the
emperor
grace
is.
of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way. So
Dude,
do
I
we
don't know.
all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
So you're saying all I had to do was walk around, just push every single
Better
brick?
not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Looks like this
Don't
is your
try
lucky
it.
day.
I'm
Just
watching.
Stay out of our way.
Alright. Going to sneak mode, level up my sneak a little bit while I'm doing this. Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys have played Arena. It's the very, very first Elder Scrolls game. It's actually the second game I played after I played Oblivion, because at the time I didn't have access to a copy of Morrowind, which is the next game I wanted to play. But in the start of Arena, you have to escape from the Imperial prisons, like you do here. The only thing is that game, the intro to that game, is so difficult. As far as my game playing goes, it is the most difficult dungeon still that I have done. Like as an intro dungeon, it's just ridiculous.
The captain's down.
Not like this one. This is actually not that bad as an intro dungeon. Depending on the difficulty you're playing on, I'm playing on just normal difficulty. But with my level increases, I will be increasing the difficulty as I go through.
Captain Reno?
So every level I go up, I chuck it up a notch. But I'm not going to be too concerned about leveling in this. This is more of just a playthrough. Talk a bit about the lore. And okay, and
They won't be.
what do we got? Take that. I'll take that.
I'll take.
Ooh, I want that. All right. Stuff that up. I was thinking I was still in Skyrim. Going to equip it by using the attack button. Where are the spells? And I'll use that. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played this. I'm still just trying to get the hang of everything that's going on. Alright, so...
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
What if I want to? Ooh, we got rats. That was a bit sloppy. Forgot which button was the spells. But we're good now. Okay, so need a key, can't go through there. So yeah, like I was saying, in Arena you have to actually break out of this dungeon as well. The only thing is it's way more difficult. It's ridiculous. You have to sleep like all the time, take a rest, and I don't want the axe. I'm going to use swords in this. The swords, spells, heavy armor, a lot of stealth. Sounds weird to a lot of players, but it's actually a build that I like a lot. Stealthy, heavy armored mage who, you know, uses what do we got? I don't want to use bows, I'll take that, but I am going to use heavy armor. Alright, so... yeah, so I tend to use a lot of heavily armored spell casters. I'm not going to be casting too much in the way of spells in this. I think I'm probably only really going to do Conjuration, and then lots of a bit of Destruction too, but it's not going to be my main sort of focus. Open the barrel. I want the lockpicks. A lot of Conjuration, a bit of Destruction. Don't want to be doing, too much in the way of spell casting. I'm going to be using a lot of stealth. I'm going to try getting through a lot of this without using too much combat. If I can get through a lot of stuff without fighting, then I'll be pretty happy with that. But that's also ties in a bit to his backstory as well. And keep in mind I haven't played this for a long time, so this is going to take me not too long. Like I have in the past played this game a lot, but it's not going to take me too long to actually get back into it. I'm still just trying to remember a lot of the controls for this. Alright. Heavy armor, that's what I want. I've got a rat over here. He's going to see me and stuff, but you know. I had a build a while ago where I was like, it was over 500 hours on the game. And with that character, I was actually more stealthy and quicker in my heavy armor with how much enchantment I'd put on it than what I was without it. It was a ridiculous character. There was my main character I had back in the day. Played for so long on it, and my brother, he's a really, really big gamer, and even he watched me playing it, and he was just like, you know, just... Ooh, and I'm not going to get attacked, that's good. Sell that. I have a general idea as well of, I've done this dungeon that much, I have a general idea of how much money I should have at the end of it. Once I get out, sell some stuff. There's a rat over here. Oh, missed. Yeah, come at me. going to jump out in the darkness. And back into sneak. So yeah, I will in the future do a full Let's Play of Arena. It's a good game. It's not my favourite. It controls are very clunky and stuff like that, but it is, you know, I am a very big Elder Scrolls fan. Like, it's one of the very few game series that I actually really kind of get into. I like all the games, all the little games they've done, obviously some more than others. This is my favourite. Love Skyrim, of course. I mean, I have my issues with it as far as the lore goes. They kind of stuffed a lot of that up, you know, where's the bloody Nordic Pantheon for a start. But, you know, as far as the game goes, it's pretty freaking solid. And does that hit? Yes, it does. There we go. Character made a weird sound there. Right, well, I can piss off that light shield. And put on the helmet, make me look like a complete noob. So I'll be going, yeah, one-handed swords for this playthrough. Heavy armor, lots of stealth, bit of destruction, conjuration as my main spellcasting though. And there is a rat around here. Could have done that better. But eventually I'll be getting to the point where I'll be going through all of this, you know, without being seen. Unlike that. He's 119 out of 200 already. We're going to get over encumbered pretty quickly at this rate. Okay, some stuff to sell here. Got the flawed ruby. Take the silver goblet. It's got the spoon. The chest, got some heals. Yeah, sucking hotkey, already done all that. Not going to be doing any alchemy, so you're not going to see me picking any ingredients or stuff like that. It's not a skill that I've ever really been concerned about. I had an alchemist character a while ago, I just never enjoyed it. I was thinking, you know, I'll level it up, it'll get better, it'll get better. Ended up leveling his alchemy up to 100, and even by that point I was like, you know, not loving it. Alchemy in Skyrim, that was a different thing. You could Makes some absolutely broken stuff, but in this game, was never a fan. Although the combat in this game I really liked. I know a lot of people don't really like the combat system in this game. I enjoyed it. But I guess at the end of the day, that could also be the nostalgia side of it for me. But I absolutely love this game. I'll play this game 24 hours a day if I could, which I have actually done in the past. But still got to go to work and everything like that, unfortunately. Alright, sneak up, kill this fucker. Boom. Dead. Your lockpicks. I will take the mortar and pestle just to sell it. So if you ever see me collect things like that, the only reason I'm getting them is to sell them. I don't care for using them. You can get a bit of gold out of it, so that's good. And there is a goblin over here. Can't wait to get some better spells though. One thing I really loved about this game was the spell crafting, which, depending on how everything goes in this, you might get into a bit of that. Depending on what sort of playthrough I do with this. I pretty well have my heart set on doing the Dark Brotherhood though. Because it is a fantastic quest line, and I have to kind of do it every single time. Torch out. Don't want to be fumbling around in the dark too much. And back out with Dax. Got some goblins down here. We'll activate the trap, and they're dead. As far as the main quest line for this game goes, I absolutely love it. I think it's out of all of the main quests I've played, second only to Morrowind, and that's just like the Morrowind questline was like the whole game just fantastic. It's not my favourite game out of the series, but as far as what they did with the lore in it and the actual main questline is just incredible. Like, it's so good. They did a great job with it. This game, I love almost every single questline in it. Thieves Guild, best questline out of all of them, out of all the games for Thieves Guild. Dark Brotherhood, I prefer the Dark Brotherhood questline with this game. Main questline for this, I actually prefer over Skyrim. I guess the way that this ended, the questline in this main questline is, I don't know, it doesn't feel as rewarding, I guess, at the end a bit. You get a lot of respect at the end of this one, unlike Skyrim, where it's just like everyone just always talks down to you. But there is grab your lockpicks. And we'll sniper this guy with a fireball. And back away to our hiding place. Okay, we've got one down here as well from memory. Oh. And we'll take him back to our little dungeon here. Oh. So I go through and kill the shaman first and then do a little bit of exploring around this area. Not going to release those rats. But yeah, a lot of my playthrough style with this game in particular has been stealthy, sneak up behind, stab. Sometimes use archery, although I don't really like the archery system too much in this game. As opposed to Skyrim, where it's absolutely fucking broken. Want your soul gem, want your flawed ruby. Rats aren't attacking me, so I won't attack them. Really, if I wanted to, I could just go down there and level up my sneak pretty much indefinitely. Get my sneak up to level 100 right off the bat, but I don't think that's going to make for too much of an entertaining viewing session. We'll take that, take that, take that. I got a repair hammer, yeah I know. I just picked it up. I shall take the ale as well because my character likes to drink. And actually, while I'm at it, I will have it. My willpower's being drained, I'll be fine. Intelligence being drained, yeah, I'll be fine. And sell all of that later. Yep, I'm right on target for my gold at this point. I should have 62 septums by now. And anything in here, I'll take those lockpicks. Now, if any of you guys haven't played Arena, look, it's not the best game in the series, but it sets up almost every single other game that came after it. Like, it perfectly set up this. If you play through and take in the lore a bit, it set up Daggerfall, which is the second game, which I recommend it. It's one of my favourite games in the whole series. Go play it. If you haven't played Daggerfall, go play it. The graphics suck, it's very clunky, but the story for the game, fantastic.
Kill him. He might be working with the assassin.
It's the first game in the series that actually properly set up the lore of all of this.
He can help us. He must help us.
Put your sword down.
Wish, sire.
Come
there you
closer. I'd prefer not to have to shout.
Not to have to shout.
They cannot understand why I trust you.
Patrick Stewart.
They've not seen
Got
what
Patrick
I've
Stewart
seen.
in this. He's
How
so
can
good.
I explain? Listen,
First time I loaded this
you
game
know
up
the
and
Nine,
I heard it.
how
and
they
oh my
guide
God,
our fates with an invisible hand.
that's Jean-Luc Picard. It made me so happy. I'm not on good terms with the
I've
gods at
served
the
the
moment.
Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of
But
the heavens.
Daggerfall, go play
The skies are
Daggerfall. If
marked
you're
with
really
numberless
into
sparks,
Elder
each
Scrolls
afire,
games
and
and the lore,
every one
play
a
it.
sign.
It sets up
I
the
know
lore
these
for the whole
stars well,
game,
and
and
I
then
wonder
Arena sets up
which sign marked
the-
your birth.
pretty much the events of all the games that came after it. I won't ruin too much at this point in case you do want to go play it, but I will talk in other videos and streams about it a bit later on. Now, I usually either go the steed, because being faster is always just great in this game, or the thief, because, you know, plus 10 to agility, speed and luck, and I think that's what I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go the speed, the thief. I did once a playthrough with a character who I tried to make exactly like me as much as I could, even down to the basically the star sign. And my star sign for Elder Scrolls is the Apprentice, which sucked because having that with me trying to play a character that was like me, it was just no bonus whatsoever. So I am going to go the thief. Are you sure you're going to be born under the sign of the thief? Yes, I do.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Your stars are not mine. Today the thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny. No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall. My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With
in the loading screen for this, it tells you that, you know, it's been a long time since anyone's actually broken out of the Imperial prison. That is referring to the events of Arena, because your character in that is the last person
I go to my grave.
Out of it. Where are we going?
A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me for a while.
It's a good game to go back to.
Then we must part.
I think, because as far as games go, for me, this game series is the one that
make yourself useful. Carry that
lore-wise really dragged me in. Like I've spent hours on, you know, the Elder Scrolls wiki, the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. You know, I can't recommend that one enough. That is just got so much good content. What the? That's fucking creepy. Fucking seriously. I gotta love this game. Oh, chest. I'll take those lockpicks.
The Emperor's in danger! You're pathetic. Don't push me.
And that is one thing that I hate, is having people with me. It's just this Skyrim having followers and things. Absolutely hate it.
Protect the...
I always seem to hit my friends instead of anything else.
Mara's mercy on you.
And it just annoys the hell out of me. Like I try not to have too many followers in Skyrim, with mods and stuff, you know. I usually have, you know, you gotta have Lydia. For me anyway, I've always got Lydia, and I've got usually Kajo. Love having Kajo, and then is it the dog Miko as well? I usually have Miko as a follower.
This. Let me take a look.
And then I have my summons as well, because I like playing a caster, a summoner in Skyrim. Whereas, and it's a bit easier in that game. In this game, that's one thing I don't like, is when you got people with you, you just always hit them. Always hit them.
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
Okay.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
I don't know. I don't see any good options here. They're behind
Getting
us.
ready.
Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
For the Emperor!
I hate this guy. Not the Emperor, I hate the guy who's coming out.
I can go no further. You alone must stand
kinda like
against the
technically
Prince
your
of
first
Destruction
boss.
and his
And
mortal
I just
servants.
absolutely
He
hate him.
must
He's not
not have
strong,
the
he's just
Amulet of
annoying.
Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Here we go. I mean, I clearly have time to stop him, but,
Stranger,
you know.
you chose a bad day.
No.
Actually did a bit of damage.
Talos save us. We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's
I
body.
usually don't fast travel for this playthrough.
Strange.
I am going to do
You
some
saw
fast
something.
travel and stuff.
Trust
I'm
it.
going to,
They say it's the dragon blood
at
that
this,
flows
initially,
through the veins
probably
of every
start off
septim.
by running from place to
They
place. So
see
I'll
more
go,
than lesser men.
run there,
The
give the amulet to
Amulet of Kings is a
Joffrey,
sacred
run
symbol
from there
of
to
the Empire.
Skingrad and do all that.
Most people think of the
Then
Red
after
Dragon
that,
crown, but that's just jewelry.
I'll probably then just start
The
fast
amulet
traveling
has
to places,
power.
cut down a
Only
bit of time,
true heir
and
of the blood can wear it, they say.
particularly
He must
things where
have
I've
given
got
it to you
followers
for a
and
reason.
stuff.
Did he say why?
I'll fast travel with them because I absolutely
Joffrey?
hate
He said that? Why?
having followers and stuff. They're so glitchy
Nothing
in
I
this
ever heard
game, and it
about.
just annoys
But
the hell out of
Joffrey
me.
would be the one to know. He's the
And also
Grand Master of my order.
save a bit of time too.
Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral. First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers. There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced assassin. Am I right?
Not really. Just pick a picture. Because I'm going to do a custom class in this. Alright. When I first started playing this game, you know, I used to pick from the classes and things like that, and it's just one of the worst things you can do. Like, the classes in this are not that great. You know, because very rarely you're going to use every single skill, your major skills that your character or your class has. So you've got to build your custom class to actually get the most out of it. Otherwise, there's things you're just not going to level up, and it's going to take you forever. I mean, leveling in this game takes you forever anyway. But, well, I'm just trying to think. I'm torn between combat and stealth every single time. So I'm going to use heavy armor. I'm going to use blade, but I'm also going to use a lot of acrobatics, athletics as well. I'm using, so that's why it's difficult. Whereas this has got speechcraft, sneak, security, acrobatics, and all of those are things I'm going to use a lot of. Whereas this, I'm going to use athletics a lot, blade, heavy armor. Considered using hand-to-hand as well, but I probably won't. I did do a hand-to-hand playthrough at one point, and it was actually a really cool character. Light armor, you know, fists, and it was pretty cool. But like I'll specialize in stealth. All right, 2 favorite attributes. I am going to go agility. As, you know, wanting to be stealthy and things like that. And I like the idea of him being intelligent. That's more of a roleplay thing, though. Intelligent and very sort of agile, I guess. 'Cause, you know, strength is always a good one. You're never going to go wrong with putting your strength up. But I'll go... Personality is the other one I like to put it in for roleplay purposes. But I will go intelligence. Just purely roleplaying. We'll go continue. Alright, 7 skills. We want athletics definitely, just because when you're running around, it's just going to help you level up. Make him faster and stuff like that. I can swing my weapon more. Blade we need. Conjurations, what are we up to? That's 3 out of 7. 4 with heavy armor. 5 with sneak. We'll go 6 with speechcraft. We need 1 more. And my speechcraft wasn't very good then when I was saying that. I usually go acrobatics. And I believe I will. Just because I want to get my acrobatics up a lot. Because if I do the Thieves Guild questline, which I believe I will, I want to have my acrobatics high enough in this game so that at the end I can keep the Boots of Spring Heel Jack. And if your acrobatics is high enough, you can do it. You can take the Boots of Spring Heel Jack off at the end when you do the jump down, land. You're not left with much health, but the boots won't be destroyed. So I'll just go quickly through. Like Destruction's another one, but it's one of those ones I'm probably not going to use it enough really to level me up. So I'll keep it in acrobatics. That's fine. Create badass class. Yes. It's picked. So, are you sure you want to be a badass? I sure do.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
After the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
Yeah,
Good.
I understand.
The Emperor's
shopping
trust
first.
was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
And I will go... Iron Longsword. Don't touch his body if you want, unless you want Boris to get really angry at you. Sneak through. There's a chest here. Alright. Okay, so should have a few more spells now that I can... Alright, Summon Skeleton. Turn Undead. I'll hotkey that one down there. And that should be enough for now. Alright, so now this is where I'm going to start trying to be a bit stealthier, get through, and I'm going to epically fail at that right now, but am I close to even leveling yet? Not bad. That's over there, so I can probably get through without being seen. So, I don't know if you guys have checked out our ESO live stream where I play with the other two members of the Three Drunk Aussies. We've got Atticus and Crazy Peanut. We're going live again on Wednesday night. So if you guys want to check that out, that'd be great. We're on ESO fighting with the Ebonheart Pact. We're actually right against the Daggerfall Covenant right now. And working our way through Deshan right now. So be sure to check that out if you also want. If you're on Twitter, jump on Twitter. I chuck up a bunch of gaming news up there every single day and just keep everyone up to date with what we're doing. Priest, and we're on Facebook as well, Three Drunk Aussies, for all of that stuff. Hopefully they don't see me. I want to get through here without fighting anybody really. And we're done. And there's a rat here that I don't have to fight, it's just a sewer rat. And we are done. Exit the sewers. Nope, finished. Exit the sewers. Okay, so now it's a bit of a... I'll give you the guys Varden's backstory now. So just after this. All right. So this is what really sold me on the game. I remember when I first got it, when the game first came out, I remember seeing the ad. Came on TV, I think it was on during the cricket or something, saw it, and I had to get it. It was like, this game just looks so, so good. And playing it, and then coming out to this, and I think, you know, Skyrim didn't have the same effect. You came out of the opening dungeon in Skyrim, and it was just this barren wasteland. Snow everywhere. Whereas you come out of the dungeon here and it's just like this. It's all green. Like the graphics obviously aren't as good and everything like that, but it's just, look at it. It's just absolutely beautiful. And this is what sold me on the game. You know, I'd done the opening dungeon. I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool. And then come out to this. And it was just, yeah. And then the soundtrack as well, you know, like, I don't play with the music on much anymore because roleplay purposes for me, I get really into these games and it's just my preference, but the music to this, out of all of the Elder Scrolls games, this and then probably Morrowind, like Skyrim's got a great soundtrack too, but I really love the soundtrack to Oblivion. Anyway, before I wrap up this kind of live stream, I'll give you guys the backstory of Varden. He has grown up in High Rock. Being a Breton, he's spent most of his life in High Rock, and he doesn't live with his parents. He's never actually met them. Doesn't know who his dad is. Knows that his mum was an adventurer. So, and his mum died when he was a kid. And he actually grew up in the Imperial City because that's where his mum lived. So he grew up, well, not grew up, but this is where he spent the first couple of years of his life, was in the Imperial City. His mum died and he went to live on their farm in, or not so much a farm, more of a manor in, small manor in High Rock, near Wayrest. And he grew up there. He's, you know, not the most poorest family there is. Then a bit of money behind him, but not the poorest family.
Looking for
Not the richest, not the poorest.
The only place in the city to find
Anyway,
It's a shame all the smaller bookstores are gone.
he grew up
I guess they just...
there, and currentently at the point in this story, he's 18 and got involved with a woman, 18-year-old woman, who was on the next, I guess, farm.
What kind
manor.
of deal can I make for you today?
And because of his
What can I interest you in?
low sort of standing in
An excellent
in
bargain.
regards to her,
That seems a fair price.
his her parents didn't like it, and they found out that they were having a thing, so they had a bit of pull in regards to the Imperial Army. Now, if you've played the Dragonborn DLC for Skyrim or the Blood Moon expansion for Morrowind, you might know a name of Gaius Maro, the commander from the Legion. They knew him. They put it, you know, he put in a good word for them. The Imperial soldiers raided his farm that he was growing up on and took him away and travelled him via cart to Solitude, where he spent a month locked up in Solitude.
That's more an excellent bargain.
And then sent to the Imperial prison.
You've made a good bit of gold.
Now, that's where the story starts. So he's basically been locked up by some snotty family who had ties with the Imperial Army.
That's a fair deal.
And I'll sell Flashbulk because I don't need it. I'll keep Chameleon.
That's a good.
Don't need that Soul Gem. So yeah, basically he's just been, locked up for a bullshit reason.
You got a great deal.
And as soon as getting out, his first idea was to
Another
go back
satisfied customer.
to go back to High Rock, but
Please come again.
that's not happening now. Now he's been put on this quest, so I'm going to just go and quickly get him his clothing that he's going to wear, and I'm going to make him wear robes. So I'm not going to have him run around town in his
You're
armor
in
and stuff like
Rindir's
that.
stuffs, and I'm Rindir. I sell
Also
magical
because
stuffs. Imagine that.
He's kind of working a bit for the Imperial now, so he doesn't
Can I
want
interest
to
you in some of my wares?
draw too much in the way of he doesn't want to draw too much in the way of you know,
You drive.
attention to himself while he's doing
A
this.
pleasure to serve you. Good day.
So alright, where is... Alright, so put on the Mage's hood, Mage's robes, we'll take off his shield, and there you go. Now he just looks like a pretty horrible wandering mage. And this is where I'm going to leave it off for the day. I'm going to jump on again tomorrow. We're going to play through a bit.
Hi there.
I don't know if I can help
And,
you,
Yourself,
but I'll
got
try.
nothing to eat.
and then continue on, and I'll get the mods now sorted for get the mods all sorted for Skyrim as well, because I do want to do a bit of a lore talk let's play with that as well. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.